The Bethnal Green Sharks Swimming Club was formed in 1962 by local councillors and members of the community who wanted to provide a hub for the local community to enjoy themselves, interact, get together and have a good swim. I'm joined in the studio by Dave and Tony, and we're going to talk about what happens at the club. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen.
Thank you, Amden.
Thank you for having us.
This is a question for both of you. Why did you both become swimming coaches?
Well, personally, I was in the post office, hadn't been married too many years, and decided to take my son, Tony, to a local swimming club, which was the Bethnal Green Sharks. I took him in and he joined. I liked what I saw very, very much. In fact, to such an extent that I hadn't been there very long, and I asked the coach at that time, Pete Wilson, if I could help out. And I wasn't really a swimmer. I actually learned to swim when I was 24 years old. I got the bug from the swimming club, took me life-saving, teachers, coaches, and went on from there.
And you both spent the best part of your lives?
54 years.
54 years.
I joined the swimming club at the age of 7, essentially became a competitive swimmer, went on to become a club captain, got involved in teaching, and then it progressed to coaching. And then at the appropriate point where I was offered work elsewhere, my dad decided to step down and let me take the lead.
What a fantastic story.
Best thing I ever did.
It's quite a unique situation, actually. There aren't many swimming clubs around where the coaching staff have been involved with one club for that amount of time.
Right. And was it helpful for you to have a handover from your dad where he could pass in on his experience and his skills and his knowledge to you?
Absolutely. I mean, although I occupy the head coach role, I feel it's a very balanced relationship, and we both provide feedback to each other as well as the other staff, and we invite feedback from the other staff as well, because we want to try and create a developing club that's improving all the time.
What was the thinking behind opening and running such a successful club like this?
That's a difficult one. I think what it was with the community, there's a lot of organisations out there that sort of concentrate on one type of child, one type of sportsman. But we thought we'd try, if we could, to accommodate everybody.
Yes.
Whether less able, more able, and from there.
I think really there was a need for a swimming club in the area.
Yes.
One didn't exist. There were swimming pools. Schools programs were being provided, but there was a need for a club, and it started at a very low level where people were participating, but it's now grown to an accredited Swim 21 club, right. Competitive swimmers, and we've managed to get swimmers achieving national standard, also gone on to international Paralympic success, and also an Olympian as well that came through the club.
Who was that?
That was Martin Harris. We consider ourselves a very strong development club in the early stages, and we're now at a point post-Olympics whereby swimmers will also have the opportunity to access the London Aquatic Centre performance programme. So it's hopeful that within the southern region there'll be more success along those lines in future.
Dave, throughout your career with the Sharks, you've probably seen it all now. Now, I'm a community coach myself. We know we're singing from exactly the same hymn sheet. Just what exactly is involved in being a volunteer, and how much time do you actually spend running this club?
Well, my wife's got an office, and she's got all the equipment there, and she's on that computer. In fact, I finish up cooking dinner quite a lot because she's so busy doing things to the club. I've got all my schedules there, and I work a lot of the time in the office as well. Consequently, it's a good job I am retired now, because where I had to fit it in with my other work was very, very difficult. But now I've actually got the time to do the things that I want to do as far as the club's concerned.
Yeah, I mean, the job goes beyond the parameters of the facilities that we're working in and beyond the time that we're working. I mean, we provide a programme where we're offering learn to swim, improver swimming, competitive pathway swimming where they're learning the basics of competitivity. Then we've got a squad programme in the early ages, like from about 9 till 12, and we've also got a programme beyond that. We provide for those that want to participate as well as those that want to compete. So there's events that need to be team managed. There are inquiries that come in on a daily basis. There are programs that need to be devised. There are training aspects that we need to attend. So essentially there's swimming provided 7 days through the week. Sometimes, at home, we are actually doing other work as well. So yeah, there's a large amount of work, but essentially it's very, very fulfilling because we're making a difference to children's lives. We're positively impacting on integrated community, and we're providing opportunities for swimmers to go on and be more self-confident, but also to have an opportunity to get as far as they can and progress.
It's a thankless task, and
I don't believe so, actually, no, because we receive letters,
we've got
emails of positive praise on a regular basis. I think most people are quite grateful, and we also get swimmers that return when their parents bringing their own children along, and that makes us feel very old at times.
We've got an ex-Olympian who's visually impaired who's bringing his children along to us.
What's his name?
Dervis Conor-Ralp.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, and also we've got swimmers who have got married, getting on with their lives, and then bringing their children to us. So it's quite, and we've got they've left us, become coaches of other clubs. We've got loads of teachers that are going on teaching in the borough who come from our club, and we've also got teachers now, ex-swimmers in our own club that's been with us 20 or more years.
The British sport is indebted to the likes of yourselves and the thousands of coaches who not only coach on any given weekday evening or during the weekends as well, but carry out the numerous tasks in the background at all times. Now, a question about some of your more illustrious past members. What does it mean to you both that after so many years of involvement with the club, you've been able to produce or help along with on the journey the likes of Martin Harris and Dervis, as you just mentioned there? What does it mean?
Well, it means a great deal, but that's kind of one aspect of the job, and I wouldn't put too much emphasis on that because we try and provide a service for all. And I believe there's as much satisfaction in getting a swimmer who can't swim at all to actually swim, because that is the first step and that's the biggest step. And then there are all sorts of improvements you see in individuals. Some, for instance, learn to find their own voice. They might be very timid, and for months or years you may not know what they actually sound like, and then eventually they start to become more self-confident, because within a swimming club community environment you've got role models, so it's a supportive structure. You're all part of a team and they can grow. I had one swimmer who went to an event, I hadn't heard her speak for a while, and I said to her before she started the race, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you? And she shrugged her shoulders. And I said, well, what would you say? So she said 6. And then I said, well, look, if you dive out further, really drive yourself off, you could win. Anyway, she won the race. I said, how confident are you now? And she said 10. And that to me is golden. Irrespective of the level of event, you're making a difference to the individuals that you're working with.
Dave, how important is it for us to engage parents, educators, coaches such as yourselves and mentors to encourage young children to take up swimming?
Very, very important, because not only swimming, once they learn to swim, they gain confidence, and that gives them confidence in anything they do in life. I mean, when I started coaching, I was terribly shy, but I found you have to speak up to make sure that child over there can hear you. You've got to start using your voice, and that gave me much more confidence in myself and in my life.
I would say initially it starts with parents in support, taking their child to a pool, just enjoying the water, maybe getting splashed, playing around, the early confidence, and then essentially through their schools. Always when I deliver a schools lesson, it's about looking, listening and trying your best. If you do that, you're safe. If you do that, you learn. Primarily, it's about getting the face in the water, because if you can put the face in the water or your ears, you can then float. And if you can float, you can then swim, because to do anything else is basically trying to survive in water. But if you can get your face in or your ears and you can lay flat, relaxed, The other thing I try and communicate is that in order to float on water, it takes no effort. It's all about relaxation, just getting the posture and relaxation.
Dave, on the subject of recognition and receiving nice thank yous, which make it all worthwhile for coaches, mentors, educators in every sense, you've got an interesting story regarding a karate champion.
Oh, yes. Vic Charles, he was a world karate champion, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. Forgive me for saying that, but it was true. He wasn't a very good swimmer. And he came along to a local pool in Islington and said, could you help me? You've got the superstars coming up in a few months' time. And I said, yeah, sure. And I said, I was learning my trade anyway, so he would have been ideal to work with, which I did. I used to go early mornings and coach him. And I said, the only thing is, I don't want to be paid, and all I want you to do when you win the race, and I did say win the race, I said, I want you to thank the Bethnal Green Sharks. And anyway, it was on TV and I watched it. He got on the block, he dived in, and he broke the record. He broke the superstars record. So he won a TV, and he knocked on my door, and he's got the TV in his hand, and he gave it to me. And I said to him, Vic, what happened? What happened when you finished the race? She said, I'd like to thank the Sharks. And he said, well, be honest with you, he said, as I hit the end of the race, he said, I couldn't remember the name. I said, I could have killed you, Vic. I could have killed you when I was waiting for him to say the magic word, the Sharks.
How important were the Olympics for the profile of swimming in general?
I think the Olympics is the pinnacle, really. I mean, every swimmer, I believe, when they get serious about swimming, that's their dream, their aspiration, whether it's a realistic dream or not. But everybody enjoys watching the best perform. Yeah, definitely.
If anybody wants to join your tremendous journey and participate in activities provided by your club, how can they get in touch?
Well, you can go to our website, which is www.bgssc.co.uk. Also, you can email the swimming club at sharksclub@outlook.com. Sorry, can I do that one again? Is that okay? Yeah, you can contact the club through sharksclub@outlook.com, or you can go to our website, which is www.bgssc.co.uk. We're open to the community. Please come along if you've any aspiration of learning to swim or improving your swimming. And the other thing is as well, we do schools club link projects as well. So we do contact local schools. Anyone who goes beyond the curriculum and achieves 50 metres, we're trying to invite along to the club on a once a week basis as a start, and then hopefully they become more interested in joining on a more permanent basis.
Gentlemen, it's been tremendous having you both on the show.
Thank you very much, Emdo.
Yeah.
All the best to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, what are you waiting for? If you would like to join the club or you would like some further information, please check into our website. There's some information at the bottom of the screen as well. I'll see you this time next week on The Sports Show. Thank you for watching.